Well, hey, y'all. Welcome back
Hi.
to This Week in Backcountry Couples.
It is too.
Sorry we're late. My fault.
It's all good. We're here.
My fault.
Can I see what's going on, honey?
So,
Here we
hey,
are.
how's everybody's week so far?
Right?
Hopefully great. Mine? Never mind. I don't want to go there. My week's
It's been
over.
busy.
It's Friday for
It's
me.
been really busy.
It's pre-Friday. It's
so
another Friday.
we were just gonna say that. It's
Yeah.
Happy Pre-Friday.
Happy pre-Friday.
And it's also Canada Day. So
yes, Happy Canada Day.
It is Happy Canada Day.
I got
Yep.
I got
Can you
my-
see?
I
Can
got
you
my-
see? Can you see? We got it going on.
No
Yep,
way,
for
eh?
sure. Yeah, exactly. For sure. And just want to say quickly too that we do just stand with our Indigenous neighbors for everything that's happening in Canada right now. So cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Doc.
Hi, Clyde. How are you?
Yes.
Awesome. So we have got lots going on. Like it's crazy.
We
So
do.
our
First off,
what do you got? What do you got?
well, no, just wanted to say
Canada Day, A. Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome to Backcountry Couples.
Right. So are you gonna go? I got stuff to say.
You go ahead.
So
I'm
this
just gonna
is
sit back and relax and
right.
watch the show.
That's right. That's a good idea, honey. This is actually episode 3. Crazy. And everybody knows that our little thing is we paddle, we trek, we camp, and we overland. Right? So all of our friends that we've been connecting with have always they have like an aspect of either one or all of them or some of them, right? Which is kind of cool.
Yep.
So we have been connecting with some awesome people, and we also want you to connect with us too, right?
Right.
So if you want to come out and be a backcountry couple and share your stories.
Whoa. They already are a backcountry couple. They just
What did I say? Did you want to be one?
Yes.
Be a backcountry couple on the show is what I meant to say, right? So, you need to subscribe, right? So that's John's thing. Wherever it is, I don't even know where the bell is on
ding, 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 ding.
YouTube, which is kind of crazy.
So you'll be notified.
That's right. We're also on Instagram. And not only are we on Instagram as Keel Quest, we're also on Instagram as
Jack Forrester.
right. So tell everybody about Jack Forrester, honey, if they don't know.
Oh, Jack Forrester. He's a 2012 Subaru Forester, and his name's Jack, which stands for John, Colleen, Keel. John and Colleen Keel.
I thought that was actually pretty smart.
I thought so.
Yeah. And then the Forrester because of Forrester. Right?
Right.
Exactly. So not only do we have awesome people coming on the show today, which obviously we're going to chit chat, but
awesome.
they're totally fun. We have a show sponsor. So we have, as you can see in the background there, so we are sponsored by Mickwick All Natural Fire Starters. And obviously people have seen our first couple of shows. We've been really, really fortunate to, I don't know about that, have been fortunate to be associated with them.
I don't have autofocus.
I know. Is that what's going on?
Back here.
There it is. But anyways, the team at Mickwick made really cool Mickwick fire starters for us. So they made a patriotic one, which actually is for sale. So they do a red, white, and blue. So you can get that one.
This one here.
And then they also made a Canada flag one. So a red, white, red. And it's absolutely cool. And then you can use our... we've got a Keel Quest code, right? So you can get 15% off that. And not just the fire starters, I think, and they come like in twos. They come in like in big buckets. They come like in singles. They come, it's
variety
crazy.
Of quantities.
There is, yeah. And they do like really awesome stuff. And you can also get swag, which is kind of fun too. So like we have a couple of hats and a couple of tees. And so you can do that as well. And the other thing I want to talk about is kind of like show etiquette, I guess you want to call it. You know, so like if someone's in the chat and maybe they want to ask our guests a question.
Yes. So we will do our protocol is that we taken from our good friend Dennis over at Untitled Adventures.
Love you, Dennis.
And use question in all capital letters. So I will see it on the chat over here because I'm running duels here. And we'll try to get your question up there for our guests.
Yep. That sounds good to me.
All right.
And the other thing, wait a minute,
Wait, there's more?
is if you are feeling ambitious and if you're feeling, I don't know, maybe kind of sassy and you want to come up and ask your question, what are you going to do?
Do the hokey pokey and turn myself
You
around.
could do that. But no, are you going to put like a link or something?
I
How does
can
that
do
work?
that.
How does that work again?
I can put a link in the chat.
And then what happens?
The individual or couple can click on the link and join the stream.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So what do we got going on over there? And I am going to, can I see here, honey?
No.
I need to see. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Without further ado.
Don't bring them up yet. I got stuff. Are you ready for this? It starts with this. The road north starts here. This husband and wife team takes in all the views, all the hikes, all the waves, all the thrills, all the trails, and all the sunsets. 2021 has been exciting for these two and will continue as they hit the road with their 2 dogs and a 4x4 adventure van enjoying this beautiful country. Their motto is, let's get distant, come explore the forgotten places and back roads with us. Please welcome Cindy and Chad from Northology Adventures.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Hello.
Now that's an intro.
Yeah, you really did some research there. I like it.
Woo! Yeah. Can I see the chat? Yes, of course I did. Absolutely. You are awesome. Tell us a little bit about Cindy and Chad.
Well, I always hate those questions. It's like when you're in the job interview and they're like,
I know.
Tell us a little about yourself.
Tell us about
picture yourself in 5 years.
outdoor Cindy and Chad.
Outdoor Cindy and Chad. Well,
Yep.
Cindy's always been outdoors. When I was a kid, my parents were a little poor, and the budget family vacation was state parks. They were free. So my dad and mom would throw my brother and I in the back of a like 1965 Ford Econoline van. Funny how that came around.
Right, full circle. Yep.
Yeah, but we camped. My dad loved to fish. We loved to canoe. My brother really liked when he got a power motorboat. I didn't care for that.
Okay.
But we've always just been an outdoorsy family. And Chad, not so much, but he's learning.
I grew up in the city.
I rest city slicker.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go. You go.
I'm just so excited, and there's a little bit of a lag because of our Wi-Fi internet, so it might be a little awkward. I'm just like, we're really excited to kind of discover adventuring together.
Yeah, definitely.
And with our dogs, and
one's right here, but you can't see her.
Right.
No, who is it? Which one's there?
Daisy.
It's Daisy.
Yeah. I figured. That's awesome. That's cool. And then, so not only have you been and started adventuring together, you have this crazy, amazing thing going on. It's a business. It's an adventure. It's Northology Adventures.
Yes. Wow.
Right.
It kind of started with my uncontrollable urge to take photographs. I take pictures every day, and I just wanted to share them. And so I started an Instagram and just kind of figured out something to call it. And then people started asking, where do you go? What should I do here? Is this a good place? Where was that picture taken?
Okay.
And I just found that there was a need for people to gather, around these activities that we like to do. So that's how it started.
So true. So I know John found you when we were going to start overlanding. And I was like, what's overlanding? Right? I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Right? And then people be like, oh, you're just car camping. I'm like, no, we're not just car camping. That I figured out.
That's a dirty word.
You know, and I feel like you're swearing when you say that, right? I know. So, and then John discovered you two, and I didn't know anything about it. And then we were just like, okay, well, what's going on? And we heard about core. So we heard about that first. But then I was like, I would love to like take part in one of your retreats. I call it kind of a bit of a retreat because that's kind of what it is. You know what I mean? Like it was 100% like, it's not a spa thing or anything like that. I mean, we were snowshoeing our butts off, right, Chad?
Yeah. All right, we're
Oh, yeah.
sidetracking.
I know.
One topic at a
I
time.
know.
So tell us, what does Northology do?
What do we do?
Yeah, like, so I know when we found you.
So yeah, we so our our people on our panel and stuff. What they want to know what is Northology?
Oh.
What does it do for everybody?
Well, I'll start very basic. The word Northology, north being a direction, and ology being the study of. When we were kids camping with my parents, we would always go north, up. Where are we going? Up to the lake. Where are we going? Up to the woods. So that just, for me, I've always been in love with the North Woods of Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Michigan. And what we do through our free digital magazine and our events is bring people together to enjoy that.
That's awesome.
And you do it really well. You really do.
Thank you.
Like, no,
Thank
100%.
you.
Like, I'm a bit of a planner. I'm a big planner. Not a bit. I'm a big planner. And big. I know. Like, I'm a lister. Like, I need things tickety boo. Like, this is how I do things, right? I know I got paper. That's just what I do. And honestly, like, the event that we went to, the winter retreat, I'm going to say, was executed so well. And it was inclusive to everybody. It was timely, yet not timely. I know you know what I mean by that. It's not like, when you're on an excursion somewhere, whatever, and all of a sudden you're like, gotta be here at 7:05 and bags packed and ready to go. I mean, we had that leisure. But I really like the connectivity of everything. I really enjoyed the meetup and the meeting of the people that were there. So that's what I took away from it, was the really like-minded people in a group together. It was well executed, and it was just fun,
Yeah.
Like, it was a good time. Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
had
had
a
fun,
great
too.
we had a great time, and we're so glad to actually meet you guys. I was so excited when I heard you were coming, and I in the overland world, there are events that are, reveille at 7 a.m.
Right.
Report here, do this, do that, and they've got everything mapped out for you. And even with core, which is the Keweenaw Overland Adventure Retreat, which is our big retreat, even with core, you have the freedom to participate as much as you want or as little as you want.
Mm-hmm.
Use the event as a base camp. I mean, on our trip, we had a guy, remember the gentleman in the red truck, he would take off and do his own thing. And then we'd run into him while we were snowshoeing. And then he'd come back to camp and hang out at the fire.
I forgot about him.
What was his name?
I forget. I don't.
Steve Scott.
I don't remember. But
Yeah. So,
yeah.
That's just, and like you said, they're inclusive as in, people from every background and just all of life. Young, old like us, young like Jeremy and Rachel.
Right, exactly.
So,
And we'd like to have enough for stuff to do at these events where people aren't like sitting around just being bored, but not so much where it feels like really structured and regimented and stuff like that. Like a lot of flexibility, just to, chill and hang out and stuff, not feel like you have to be at a certain place at a certain time and that,
Yeah, no, 100%. And I mean, it came off that way. You know what I mean? Like, we had the luxury of, we hiked Lake Superior. Like, how cool was that on snowshoes? Like, I mean, that's a big takeaway for us. Like, that was awesome.
Yeah, 55 degrees out
Yeah,
too.
it was really warm. That was really weird. But yeah.
Oh, we got so lucky with every one of those events. We had one in January, one in February, and one in March.
Not so lucky coming home in
Right.
February. Right.
But every weekend we had great weather.
Yeah.
We missed the polar vortex or the big chill.
Okay.
And like you said, that event where we were sitting on our porches of our cabins, soaking up the sun in our shirt sleeves. I think Johnny was walking around in a t-shirt, shorts.
Yeah, he was.
Well, damn near.
Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, it was beautiful. We got really lucky.
So
here's a quick question by one of our friends. So they want to know, do you have a viewable events calendar?
Yes, we normally do on our website. I think right now, and that's northologyadventures.com. I think right now we've got a couple that are in the works that haven't gotten like up to the ticketing site. So that'll be updated within the next few days, though. We just push the magazine out and kind of put the calendar on the back burner for a few days.
Okay. Now, with the magazine, do you have like guest writers? Like, do you or like, do you put it out to tender and just say, hey, you know, do you have something you want to share in the overland world or the outdoor world, or do you look for something specific? Like, do you say like my November calendar or magazine, I want it to look like this. I want it to have all these different articles in there.
Well, kind of. I mean, I have a lot of contacts and a lot of people that do a lot of really cool things. And if I see them doing something cool, I might send them a message and say, hey, that looked awesome.
Okay.
Would you like to do a write-up in the magazine? You met Mark from Hancock.
Oh,
he's written
awesome.
Several things.
So you have a few like regular contributors, and then like kind of get people to come in every once in a while, right?
And as far as like what I want something to look like, I'm not a planner like you are, Colleen. And that was evidenced in our latest issue. I saw a post on the Midwest Overland group, and somebody was asking about Nissan Xterras. And one of my friends, who actually is on the cover of the magazine this month, Ben, he had this great write-up, just a little paragraph in this group about why he liked it. And all sorts of other people were commenting, and I realized I know a whole bunch of people that really love the Nissan Xterra. So I asked people to, hey, give me a paragraph. And some people wrote a book. And then one of the regular contributors, Delia and Enoch Leisure, they have an Xterra. And they asked the Nick from Rogue Overland, which was super cool. Thank you very much, guys. It just kind of came together. And then also I had asked a friend, Kate and Jordan Shutt, to do a little vehicle profile, and they have an Xterra. So it ended up being like the Xterra issue, and I never planned it that way.
Gotcha.
But it's kind of cool. And it all like, everybody was like, yeah, let's do this. Here's some info. Here's some pictures. Let's talk about this. Why is this popular? Why do people love it for overlanding or for, hauling their bikes and kayaks around, exploring? And I just kind of let it become what it wants to, I guess.
So
that sounds really dumb.
No, it doesn't sound dumb at all. It doesn't. No, because I mean, first of all, it's really cool that you get the magazine digitally. Like, that's actually pretty sweet, right?
You can read it on the go.
And well, I find that's what happens anyways, right? Like, people are so on the go. So I think that's like a 100% like positive, amazing. It reads really well. And by that, I mean, no, this, and then yes.
It's nicely published.
It is. It's just like, and if you go through your magazine, you go blip, 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 blip. like John is a diver, right? And he gets like a scuba magazine. And I can't, and I'll look through it, but I'll be like,
She looks at the pictures.
and it's not like I'm
She
not
goes,
interested.
Look at the turtle. Oh, I don't like sharks.
You know, but that it's not that I'm not interested, but nothing made me stop and want to like, dig in a bit further kind of thing. And then when we started getting the magazine, and I mean, the overlanding thing, the build and everything obviously is John. I'm a non-driver. I've never driven a day in my life.
Not even a golf cart.
Not even like nothing. So the car thing is John thing. Obviously, I love Chad's like, what? He's like wrinkling his nose there. I know. We'll get on that later. But yeah. But anyway, but I wanted to know about overlanding. So when I was reading all the magazines, the past ones and whatever as well, is that I stopped and I read everything because it's laid out nice. It's laid out differently visually. People are so visual, right? So it's it's so well done. Like it's very easy. I feel like you don't have to have 1,000, IQ to do it. You don't have to be an overlanding to do it. It just reads really well. And then
thank you.
The last article, the one about what is overlanding, that's in this one, right? Who wrote that? All Things Outdoors? No, what's it called?
That's All Things Overlanding. That's Jason Fletcher, and he has an Xterra.
And he has an Xterra too. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, but that was awesome. Like I feel that needs to be the preface for almost everything.
He's got a YouTube channel too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's got a big one. Yeah.
Jason has an awesome YouTube channel. I'm gonna just put this out here right now.
Yeah.
He is an Xterra guy, but he talks about many different topics. He goes to events, and he's a super, super human being. We appreciate him very much, and you should check out All Things Overland.
Overland. I couldn't think All Things Outdoors was in my head, but All Things Overland. Got you.
All right.
So you started out, you were Jeeping, right? Like that was your thing. Like we have the Subaru, you know that. But you've gone, like we said earlier, full circle.
The first time I saw you guys were riding with Wanderlost Overland doing the 7 plane crash.
In a Jeep?
In her Jeep. In her Jeep.
Right.
Yes.
And Mark
I had my Jeep that weekend.
Right.
Yes. I'm going to say this. Everybody's going to hate me. I think that trail, which is actually just a Gaia route that someone recorded and said, hey, check this out, which is great. I am not a fan of the portion of it that goes on the Bill Nichols Trail because that is a retired railroad grade. And they come through and smooth it out, and they pull up everything that's been dropped there for the last 120 years.
Nails.
And we got a railroad spike from the 1890s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were just talking about that. Didn't we see Mark and Mary Sunday? We host a monthly adventurers meetup with our friend Chris from XJP Overland. And Mark and Mary were there, and we were just talking about that. How I was just driving along in the Jeep. I start hearing this noise. And so I slowed down, and Mark and Mary jumped out. Mark I swear he had the tire patch kit in his hand already. Mary had the camera. He checks it out. It was like double time. He got the patches in there. He aired it up. I swear we were back on the road within 5 minutes. It was awesome.
It's like the Overland
That's cool.
Pit Crew.
Yes, that's what I'm going to call them that.
Right.
Mark and Mary are the Overland Pit Crew.
Perfect.
The pit crew. You gotta have people, and you did. So amazing. Oh my gosh.
So
it was
one of our. So
but now wait
we'll
a minute.
transition. Now,
yeah.
You guys are not in the Jeep no more. You're in a van.
That is true.
And so one of our friends, Dan and Rose, they'd like to know, how is the van life now?
It's great.
Thank you for the question, Dan and Rose. We do like it.
Yeah. Camping in the van is awesome.
Yeah, we tried camping in the Jeep for a little bit, and with 2 dogs, it wasn't worth it. It just wasn't.
Weather is rarely an issue.
Yeah, with the van, it's awesome.
Right. You got so much space back there.
So much room for activities.
Yes.
For activities.
Yeah.
Like a game of Yahtzee?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's been a struggle a little bit because we got into it. We bought a 2-wheel drive van and had that for a few months and realized that wasn't the life for us. We got stuck in a puddle.
Yeah. Right.
And so we got a 4-wheel drive van. It needed a little work. It's older. I don't know if you guys pay any attention to the off-road van market or even just the van, the 2-wheel drive van. They are
we did watch you.
They're so expensive right now. They are so in demand. I was thinking if we wanted to get
what?
legit, dude, like 2005 Econolines 4-wheel drive. You're spending $40,000. I kid you not. It's ridiculous. I will send you links. It is nuts.
That's really weird. I'm shocked at that, honestly.
Right.
The overland YouTube community has just jacked that price up.
Well, that's true too.
I believe it is, and I don't know if that movie had anything to do with it because they were on their way up way before that. It didn't help, I'm sure, but yeah. So we ended up with a 96 E350 with a Quigley 4x4 conversion on a 4-inch lift. We've had some issues, like spark plug wires and things like that. Did a lot of suspension replacements. We have a lot more to do, but we've been struggling with an exhaust leak, which I think is fixed. But now we might have valve. What did they say? Some sort of valve rattle. I don't know. So
we'll find out next week.
Yeah, we'll find out on Tuesday.
Okay. Gotcha. Now, since you have more space, right, than the Jeep, are you an overpacker now? Like, are you like throwing more stuff in there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A little bit. Well, I don't know if it's overpack as much as right now, since we spent so much on repairs, we haven't really moved forward on the build.
Right.
So we have basically an empty shell with no storage built in. So everything gets piled on top of everything else. We have the kennel in there for the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a refrigerator. I've got a chuck box, which is Chad's grandpa's old camp chuck box.
Nice.
And then there's the bed. But what we need storage under the bed to put all our clothes and, all that sort of stupid stuff.
And are you designing that, or are you going to like model it after something, or is it just like out of necessity, or that's a 3-part question.
It's out of yeah. I probably won't remember half the parts, but I think we're going to be able to do a decent build. We need like the basics, like a bed platform, and some cabinets or something like that. And don't go on Pinterest and look at van builds, because the next thing you'll know, it'll be midnight and you'll be like, where did the time go? Because there's crazy from everything from simple to really expensive.
Right.
But it'll happen. Yeah. So until then, we'll do what we did last weekend, which was go up this really bumpy, sandy washout, and the van's going like do 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 do, and everything's flying all over.
Oh man.
Not cool.
Not really. So do you have one of those, like I said to John, we should get one of those net things that go across like your stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like from side to side. Do those work?
Well, not netting. I mean, now you can get like, I know, for like, when it comes to service vans and stuff like that, you can get that partition that protects, the cab from the back from loose debris. Not so much.
We have the partition. Yeah. We have the partition from our old van. Really what's going to solve the problem is when we get that bed platform and some drawers and some storage in there. I am very thankful, though, that we screwed the kennel to the floor of the van because it did not move.
Right.
Really?
Perfect.
I don't think I even would have thought of doing that. I would think, oh, the puppies are heavy enough. It's fine, but no.
Ready to get out there.
Oh gosh. So are you sleeping in the van or are you tenting right now?
No, we're sleeping in the van.
Yeah.
You're sleeping in the van.
If
Okay.
it rains,
Okay.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah, it's only about the boogie lights and the battery.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, we got an auxiliary battery that we can run our refrigerator and lights and stuff off of.
Nice.
And nice. The boogie lights.
And the boogie lights.
What's a boogie light?
I bought
like dancing?
It's an LED light strip.
Mm-hmm. But you can make them flash and pulse and change colors and stuff like that.
I was just looking at some this morning.
Yeah, we saw them at Costco too. I thought they were expensive there. I don't know, but they look cool.
Yeah, that's all you want is a disco ball.
Well, I don't know a disco ball. I do like that. I love the way that it looks, right? Like I think it's neat. Absolutely. do you have any? Really?
A disco ball?
Yeah, that would not.
Oh my God! Here, that's a good question from Dan and Rose. Dan's all over this. Here, throw that up, and I have something else for you too. If the van passed the road.
Oh yeah, that's not even the roughest we've done.
Yeah, that's not. We were out there a couple weeks ago. That is nowhere near the roughest we ever went in that van so far.
It's no joke. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, we've done work in the van. Right.
Well, then what have you done then? That's
so. Just quickly, Dan and Rose are coming up to Core too. So they're blue water overland. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. See you there. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. They're
so
awesome.
I'll tell you the hardest thing we ever did in the van was our friend Jeremiah from Overland Pioneers invited us to go to Kentucky to the Red River Gorge.
Right.
And this was really our first off-road excursion in the van. And we did this trail called Spas Creek Road, which is basically a county road that goes, it just twists and winds around the creek and through the creek.
Right.
And it's cool. You got to pay attention, but it's not bad. Then Jeremiah says, and our friends Kate and Jordan Shutt were with us in their Forerunner. But then Jeremiah says, well, let's go do Pumpkin Hollow. It's really rutted out right now, but I think you'll be fine. I asked a couple of guys this morning what it was like, and we're like, okay, let's do it. And
we did it.
It was probably as hard, if not harder, than anything I've done in the Jeep. Okay. And we got done with the trail, and he looks at his wife and he says, we never have to do that trail again, do we? It was brutal. We didn't get stuck. We had to learn what a Kentucky left was.
Yep.
What is it?
It's when your spotter is telling you over the radio to turn right, and you're turning right, but he's looking at you in his rearview mirror, and he actually meant left, and he's getting mad at you for not following directions. That's the Kentucky left.
Okay.
When he finally realized, he was like, oh, dude, yeah.
It's like, we can't go any more right than we already are.
Right,
so
exactly.
Kind of fun.
So who is the driver? Or do you both drive? You're the driver.
I drive to get us there, and then she drives the more off-roady stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the transit driver.
In 1988, I had an 87 Suzuki Samurai, so I've been going off-road.
Is that little? I don't know what that is. Is it? Okay.
Yeah. It's like a mini Jeep.
Okay.
Yeah. And he hates driving anyway. And I can't even imagine him trying to do something with me, like nagging him.
Turn left, turn right, slow down, go up.
Kentucky left.
Kentucky left, exactly. Oh God.
Getting us there, from like northern Illinois to the UP of Michigan. I drive us to there, and then she takes over for all the kind of like backwoods off-road kind of stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. So like you just got that anticipation then, Cindy. You're just like, oh, I can't wait. Like, give me the wheel now. I want to get going on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
well, and it's nice if you drive all day and then have to drive off-road, that gets tiring.
It is true. And that is true. I mean, John is the only driver, right? So
I drive.
Sometimes they're long.
I drive for,
and he drives for a
work,
living.
For work, so it's
exactly. I know. One doesn't drive for a living, but you have to do a lot of driving.
Yep.
So you just said something. You said about you driving north, and you get to the UP, and then you take over. You love Michigan. Yeah, you do.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Who doesn't?
I know, but you two.
Right.
The amount of Illinois plates, Wisconsin plates.
You two do a lot in Michigan. Like a lot here. It's amazing.
Well, there is a little bit of a reason for that.
Okay.
You tell.
What is it?
There's a big, giant lake.
Right.
Hey, I've seen that.
We got more than one.
Yeah. It's Lake Superior, for one, is a huge draw. Michigan has more fun back road stuff.
Interesting.
I mean, northern Wisconsin is pretty much Baja.
There's stuff to do up there.
Upper Peninsula. And the UP is basically Wisconsin's hat. I'm going to get so much trouble.
No.
I've seen you post that before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, delete.
But really, like north of Highway 8 in Wisconsin on up, it's the Northwoods. And the farther you go north, like in the Keweenaw Peninsula, it's real boreal forest.
Okay.
And that's what we like. And there's just a lot of fun stuff to do up there.
Okay.
I mean, the stuff we did when we did whitewater rafting, that was in Norway. Yeah, it's just basically right on the other side of the river from Wisconsin. Yeah. So, in fact, they take you into Wisconsin to get to the put-in where they send you off in the raft.
Okay. Interesting. So when you are finding all these like little back roads and stuff to do in Michigan, are you looking at like the forestry maps? Like what are you using? Are you like what map system are you using to
Are you using like Gaia, Onyx, forestry?
There's so many to choose from.
Well, honestly, it kind of all starts with Google.
Okay.
And you look around and you scroll around and you're like, that looks kind of cool. That looks neat. Looked at, there's nothing for miles. And at that point, if you find something that looks interesting, like maybe a clearing or, something that looks like rocks or whatever, at that point, then I'll go to like Gaia. And then you can see is that a county road? Is it a U.S. Forest Service road? Okay. If it is, the dates that it's open. And then also, you see your friends do cool stuff and you're like, where's that at?
Right.
Where is that? I don't typically, or we don't typically like to share places publicly. Like we don't tag most of the places we've been, unless like True North Outpost or Pierce Gorge, and we want people to come up and raft there. I'll tag the crap out of that. But some of the more out of the way places, we don't like to specifically tag, just because you never know what somebody's going to do with that information.
That's terrible.
Yep.
Do you pre-run stuff before you take it to like an event, for example? Like if
I have, I have. Absolutely.
We don't want the unpleasant surprises,
Well, and you can pre-run stuff, but up there it can change in a week. Right. So, sometimes it doesn't make any difference. Okay. The cool thing about Core is that we're like not guides or anything. We give out a lot of information there. We have, little Gaia map, little, pictures and then a description. And we'll give out the route details if you want to go. You'll have all the information you need. There are a whole bunch of them. But we do, we do pre-run those just, so we're not sending anybody down a dead end, or if we know there's a tree down or something like that.
Or something dangerous or whatever. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so I try to keep up on what trails or forest roads or whatever are closed and stuff like that.
And then what does your, I call it a cockpit. Is that what they called?
What?
Like when you have in the dash, we have our little tablet thing. We've got a little
command center.
Do you know what I mean? What do you use when you're driving?
Well, I'll tell you, it's changed a lot since the Jeep.
Okay.
And we had a van in between, and this van we have right now, we're
figuring it out.
Yeah, we're still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Because the doghouse, the cover on the engine, there's like spots for drinks and stuff, and
they don't really.
Yeah, the cup holders don't work. I have I don't know, it's a RAM mount, iPad mount that I got from my friend Sean. I can't put it in a cup holder because the cup holder's too flimsy. When it's bumpy, it moves around. So we're still, there's a list a mile long of stuff we need to do. So at the moment, I'm putting it in my phone and clipping it on the edge of the little dog thing. So that's what I'm doing right now.
We're improvising.
Yeah.
I like that. But are you a map girl? Do you know how to read a map?
Oh yeah.
Great.
I got kind of lazy though, since everything is so available electronically. The only paper map I actually have are the U.S. Forest Service motor vehicle use maps.
We have those too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really should pick up that atlas or that gazetteer it's called or whatever.
Okay, I don't think I know that.
Yeah, it's just the big map book. You can get one of the Upper Peninsula or northern Wisconsin or whatever.
Any part of the country, really, right?
Yeah, they just have really nice information. And in the event that you lose your phone, or I usually download all my stuff beforehand, so I never have an issue
with not having signal or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Do you carry an old school compass? What was that, Chad?
No.
I want one for the dash though. One of those old balls that have water.
Yeah,
and stuff
that's what I mean.
Oh yeah.
I
My
feel
grandpa
you should,
had one.
Yeah, they did exactly. I feel you need one of those.
They work.
Yeah.
Right.
I think if we were more into backpacking, we definitely would need a compass and maps. We hike, we don't backpack.
Right.
So.
Right. You overland into his location and you do a little hiking trails during the day and come back to base camp.
Yeah.
Right.
Just day hike and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Yeah, that's fun.
You got something? I got something. Yeah. Oh, he's got something.
Favorite meal when out and about, when you're camping, overlanding?
You can answer this one.
Pulled pork.
He makes a mean smoked pork butt, and we a lot of times take leftovers. Obviously, it's easy.
Right.
It's easy.
Yeah. I have this cool little stove. It's the Covea Mini, and I picked it up from Artemis Overland Hardware in Springfield, Missouri. And it looks like a little retro radio or something. If you ever look it up, you look at it at first, you don't think it's a stove.
Yeah,
but it's got a cast iron ceramic coated pan with a lid. It has a grill also that you can put a pot on it. You can't grill on it. But my favorite breakfast is to either make hash and eggs in it or French toast casserole, because it's not big enough. It's not big enough for 2 pieces of bread, but you chop up a bunch of bread and put that in the egg mixture and then put it in the Covea Mini. And after that sizzles up, you flip it, and it's really thick, and it's like French bread pudding almost.
That sounds
so
fancy.
That's my thing.
I wonder if
Yeah.
there's
I have
a
a
keto
different
version of that.
What?
I have a different answer.
What?
Chili.
Oh,
Chili's good too.
Chili is great.
Oh,
You just, find something, heat it up, good to go.
yeah, I agree.
And I mean,
What a coincidence. We had chili for
We
dinner
had
tonight.
chili tonight. We need something quick.
right. Well, it's
Yeah,
funny, like,
sure.
okay, so chili is not a seasonal thing for you guys because it's very seasonal for us.
Chili is?
Yeah,
Well,
like
it's
in the
associated
summer,
with cold
I don't
weather.
want
I guess. Yeah, true.
I can eat chili anytime.
Yeah, I just like it. We dehydrate it too for when we backpack, but yeah, definitely. So
I could eat
everyone's
it time.
yeah.
I guess we
So
don't
when-
feel like making it in the summertime.
Right, exactly. So when we're out and about on trail, we pick up stuff all the time. Do you know what I mean? There's trash, you know that. You know, even get to a trailhead or your whatever. There's stuff everywhere. But you are a huge advocate of leave no trace and also tread lightly. So can you explain that and tell everybody what? I don't even know exactly what the tread lightly thing is. So
the tread lightly is kind of like the motorized version of leave no trace.
okay.
I feel terrible that I don't remember. There's 5 tread principles that start with TREAD. But they're basically about, treading lightly in your vehicle, whether it's a boat or an ATV or a van. They have educational little, what do you call those? Little diagrams or whatever, infographics. That's what it is.
Okay.
That help you understand how you should go through an obstacle, how you should cross water, how you should, what you should do in certain topographical or geographical or whatever situations. But also, not leaving trash, being courteous on the trail. If you're mountain biking and there's a person on horseback coming from the other way, there's certain protocols or parameters of behavior. I think if I remember correctly, your mountain biker should stop and let the horse pass. Also, if you're on an incline in your Jeep and somebody's coming up and you're going down, you yield to the uphill traffic. And then, just stuff about ethics and not going through closed gates that are on private property. If you do go through a gate that's unlocked on BLM land, make sure you close it. Just things like that help you behave like a responsible adventurist, I guess.
Right. No, that's well said. But who governs it? Does someone go out there and are they watching for something like this or?
Well, there's an organization called Tread Lightly that helps educate people about that. I imagine our personnel would, if you were littering and they caught you, they'd write you a ticket.
Right.
And right now I'm really excited about the Keweenaw Outdoor Recreation Coalition. That organization, they just put in a couple of trash bins at High Rock Bay,
That's
so
awesome.
that hopefully, people won't leave trash in the woods, or their POOP in the woods.
Right.
There's 2 big trash bins. Oh man, it does. In fact, somebody asked for a waste management clinic at CORE, and another friend of mine keeps telling me people just need to learn how to poop. Maybe you should do a clinic about pooping in the woods. But it's
there's
huge.
Plenty of YouTube videos for that.
There's lots of YouTube videos. Exactly.
I also think that the Keweenaw Outdoor Recreation Coalition has plans to put in vault toilets at High Rock Bay too.
Wow.
So hopefully those 2 things, will help, make the environment there cleaner, less nasty, and people can enjoy it more.
That's awesome.
So one more thing about the Keweenaw
Yeah.
Outdoor Recreation Coalition.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you care about the Keweenaw, please go join the organization. A huge, like thousands and thousands of acres in like 4 different parcels up at the tip of the Keweenaw just went up for sale. And
we're like, what?
If it falls, yeah, if these get purchased by people that don't have the same sort of love of the outdoors as we do, they could close their property off to trails that have been historically on there for, decades.
Ooh.
And choke off snowmobile trails, mountain biking trails, hiking trails.
What's the website?
Yeah. I think it's K. Let me check right here real quick. I can find it for you.
Yeah.
Just a second here.
No problem.
What it's called? Keweenaw.
Keweenaw Outdoor Recreation.org. And you'll see like this KORC.
Cork.
KORC.
Yep.
He's looking it up. Okay, and then he'll put it on the screen here. No, that is like super important.
Keweenaw Outdoor Recreation Coalition.
Yep.
Coalition.
All right. Well,
put it on there. I feel like
win the lotto and go buy some parcels.
Right. I'm just wondering. What do you?
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's like $20 for an individual to join, and then they help facilitate like letters to your senators and congressmen and people like that. So.
That's really great. Are they going to have a presence at CORE?
I hope so. I've been talking with Gina, and I really hope. I forgot Andrew. I think it was. He's been chatting with me. I hope they come out. Andrew asked for a presence there. I'd love for them to set up a table so that they can talk to our attendees, like what's going on. And I want them to address the attendees at our evening gathering at least one evening for a few minutes.
That'd be awesome.
And then we usually do a charitable donation, and I think this year we'll do it to the Cork organization.
Gotcha. I think we missed an R, honey. Recreation. Nope. Is it recreation?
I think.
Yeah. Oops.
We're just missing an R. We got it. Yeah. Cool. No, I think that's really amazing. John and I, we went on a hike a couple weeks ago, and we were like pretty deep in. And all of a sudden we came across like a utility road or an old forest road that we had to cross. And clearly somebody probably, I don't know how many years ago, changed tires. There was like a set of tires that were just like left out there. And it's like, who's right? Remember we walked by those and we're like, first of all, how did they get here? How long have they been here? And who the hell is going to take them out of here? Like, it's crazy.
No room in my backpack.
Well, no, we're going to roll them out. But
it's really, really sad because I saw the Michigan Tech four-wheelers, the 4x4 club for the college up there in Houghton. I saw one time they had a cleanup and they had like a 18-foot trailer with sides full of tires, like the whole trailer.
How does that happen? That's just nuts.
Yeah.
I just kept looking at it. I took a picture going, I don't know why I'm photographing it because I'm just like in awe anyways, right? Like it's just crazy. So not only are you Northology Adventures, you have a kick-ass magazine. You do crazy retreats that we'll talk about CORE after. But you run the Wisconsin Overland Group? What the heck is up with that?
Got to compete with the Michigan Overland
You're
Group.
Not even a half of it. Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Oh, wait, there's more. Exactly.
Yeah, there's more. I am an admin of Wisconsin Overland. It's a very fun group. Unfortunately, a couple of our fellow admins are moving to Michigan. But we'll still have a lot of fun. That's a very fun group. I like that group a lot. I also admin or help out in the Wisconsin Jeep owners group, which has about 9,000 members.
That's just nuts.
And we've done camps there. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff to do. It's all fun too.
It is. And do you love the collaborations? Like, is that your thing? Like I said, that was what I took away the most from, our March trip, was that it was just collabing with everybody. It was like really cool, like, to be with everybody. That's what I loved.
We clicked.
We did.
Everybody clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is nice to get together with people that have the same interests. I had he's a friend now. His name is George. He's from Minneapolis or Minnesota. He came to a Wisconsin overland event in the winter. We were camping in the snow. Okay. And I was like, George, why did you come over? And he's come over since in the winter too. Like, why do you come over? It's 6-7 hours for you. And he said, well, I don't have any friends that do this sort of thing.
Right.
So I just decided that I'm going to find crazy people that were already doing that and join them. So
we're crazy.
I kind of like that.
Great.
Well, I don't know if he said crazy.
We're on a 9-hour
crazy.
Right. But I mean, right. John just said, we drove 9 hours, which, I mean, I guess that's long.
What's this we?
Oh, I rode for 9 hours.
Well,
right.
Yeah. I would say most people think camping in the winter is crazy.
I love it.
Fall and winter is like our favorite time.
Love it. Like, I can't wait to use all of our stuff again. No, it's totally going to happen. I'm excited.
I agree, but we're kind of cheating when we camp in the winter with the van.
That's okay.
That's fine. That's fine. But you're out and about. You're not sitting at home. You're out doing stuff in the wintertime, and you're snowshoeing and you're walking around, and it's amazing, What's your biggest adventure you've been on?
That I've been on?
Overlanding.
Overlanding. My biggest overlanding adventure? It'd probably be the first couple of years that we did core. The week before that, we'd go like all over the UP and just camp in a different spot every night.
That's awesome.
It's pretty fun. I mean, I've been out west, but not on an overlanding trip, and we'll get there.
Right.
We had plans actually to go out to visit my girlfriend Tony in Oregon. We were supposed to leave tomorrow. But we had decided a few weeks ago that just because of the issues we were having with the van and all the money we had spent on it, that maybe we should push that off a little bit. Yeah. And funny that today we heard from the auto shop.
Right.
And I can't remember exactly what he said now, but it was like valve or cylinder rattle or something like that.
Okay.
Valve train or yeah, it didn't sound good. Although Mark said, don't worry, it's probably nothing. But then other people are like, drive her off a cliff. So
that's not great. But, so obviously, I'm from Canada. Don't say
Canada Day.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. And what about a Canadian adventure? Have you looked at, like, when those borders open up? Like, have you been eyeing anything up there to maybe get into and adventure through and check out, or have you already?
I have not. I know a lot of, like, my family's been to Canada, and it's not that I don't want to go, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm a Midwest girl, and I haven't been out of the Midwest very much. And I really, really want to go back out to the Pacific Northwest. I want to go to the Southwest. I've been there, but not in the capacity that we could go and camp. It's just been under different circumstances. I'm not ruling it out. I absolutely, but I think we have a lot of bucket list items to check off before we go outside the country. And do you think, I don't know if you pay any attention, but maybe you do, when do you think that border might open?
So my best guess right now is probably October. They're just trying to get the country like double vaccinated. I think they're trying to get to 70%.
75.
And I think as of like this week, they were only at like 30%. Like my parents just got their second vaccination last week, and they got their first one the first week of April. Right?
That's a long time.
It is. It's because Canada doesn't produce the vaccine, so they have to rely on other countries to
primarily us.
Yeah, mostly us to get it to them. Anyway, they're kind of fast tracking, which is really, really nice. So, anyways,
so the reevaluation is the 20.
It's the 21st of every month that they keep looking at it again. I'm
reassessing, and
I feel like with the numbers, I'm banking on October.
Right.
I mean, we haven't been back for a year and a half, so it's a long time not to see. I mean, obviously we do this, like we Zoom with mom and dad and my kids and everything, and and friends and stuff. But I can't wait to hug everybody.
Yeah, that's gotta be a poor substitute.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And then Backcountry Paddler, he just said, what about you guys? Do you have anything planned in Canada? Not yet, Mark, but I mean, when
the doors open, it'll be 2 weeks minimum.
Oh yeah, it'll be crazy. We'll do something when we get up there, but our big trip will go back to Algonquin Park.
We will barbecue with family.
Oh, stop it.
I mean, what happened to all of those businesses that were outdoors, outfitters, retailers,
a lot of
that
them
especially along the border?
But along the border, yeah, but it's also the opposite. Just like here, everybody was like, oh, I can go outside now, or I should go outside now. So now they can't keep stuff in stock, just like here. I mean, you can't buy a kayak, you can't buy a bicycle, you can't, it's crazy. The park systems there, they fill up like so fast, right? So it's hard for them to, like, we would secure a state park site or whatever, a provincial park there, they're pretty much already fully booked. Like, it's nuts.
I think their summer's almost all booked.
Yeah, so which is good, and we know what it's like here. We know that it's awesome. People get outside, and we love it. But there's that, I don't know. Just the end result isn't great, So just like you're saying, we saw, the garbage and everything out there. I mean, not only were they new people that were, out doing outdoor stuff, they didn't know what to do with their stuff after. So at the entrance to a trailhead or the parking lot of a campground, there was like lawn chairs, barbecues, sleeping bags. Like, people just like abandoned stuff. People left stuff like on site. They're like, oh, it'd be really fun to go and portage in a canoe with gear. No, they left it at a campsite. Like, it's crazy. So I don't know.
I heard stories up in the North Shore of Minnesota of RV just pulling up in front of somebody's house and dumping their waste in their ditch.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. That's not right. No, I just hear Mark was just saying, I'll meet you guys in Algonquin in 2022. That's awesome. Definitely. So what is CORE?
CORE is the Keweenaw Overland Adventure Retreat. Mm-hmm. And I would drive through the UP, and every town there'd be like an overland or an off-road rig in the parking lot at the grocery store, or rolling through. And I don't know, I just kind of wanted to get all those fancy car camping nerds together.
And how long has CORE been going on for?
This will be our 4th year.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we were away last year. I think that's why we didn't go too. Okay, that's right. We were in the Porcupine Mountains, I think. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to go this year. It's like, I feel like it's almost like a like a rock concert lineup. Like there's like it's like really cool things going on. Do you know what I mean? Like it's fun.
So, for people who don't know it, what can you expect when you attended a core event?
Well, funny you should ask. We just had a big meeting. We meet every so often. I have a team of people that help me, and especially my talented and lovely graphic designer Mandy Bueller.
Beautiful. Hi, Mandy.
We get together like a typical day. In the morning, we'll meet up. People will get like, usually actually we put it in their little goodie bag, but they'll have information on trails. They'll have a scavenger hunt list. They'll have places to go. I had to do little tours if you don't want to go off road, the highlights and cool sights to see. But the people that do want to go out with a group, they can come and, we'll just divvy up into groups and go out and go do some, go out to High Rock Bay or, go do some gravel roads. We'll be doing that from like 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then from 3 to 7, the vendor village is open. So that means that during that 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., the vendors can go out and have fun. They can come out with us, or they can go mountain biking, or they can go paddling, or they can sit in a hammock at camp. But then between 3 and 7, the vendor village is open. Between 4 and 6, we'll have demos and clinics. And then from 6 to 7, we have a little happy hour. And then at 7 o'clock, everybody.
I've heard stories about that happy hour.
You have? I haven't heard any stories. I like this though.
Yeah. What stories have you heard about our happy hour?
Right?
It's big.
You said it was a big happy hour? Is that what you heard?
Yeah,
I don't know what Dan just said.
It was a big fire at the happy hour.
So it's a huge bonfire. That's what Blue Water.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so like the guy that owns the campground, his name is John, and he built a log cabin fire. I don't remember how tall it was, but it kept this whole little area that we were all hanging out at warm all night. It burned by itself. It's huge. There's a picture of it on the website. It was pretty awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah. But yeah, then in the evening, Keweenaw Brewing. Yeah, this is so cool. Like so the kids that help me, the team that helps me, Mandy, Taylor, Jack, Chris, Jake, Carly, Mark, Asa, Cody, and Peter. Mandy's like, we're buying the beer. So like they buy a keg of Keweenaw Brewing Company beer and bring it to core. And we just give it away. Yeah.
That's cool. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
So I know there's cool campsites up there. So should we bring our bikes? Like, do people bring our bikes and they tour around and stuff like that?
Oh, totally. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Or bring your bike.
Yeah.
Just even for getting around camp. The campground is pretty big. And if you want to get somewhere fast and you don't want to run, bring your bike. And it's just, it's a nice site,
Right.
Also, if you mountain bike, Copper Harbor is like world-class mountain biking destination. You will find trails there that you will love and totally be worth it.
I don't know if I'm ready for
there's
that.
a lake on the campsite at the campground. There's a little lake if you want to paddleboard or kayak around it and don't want to go out on Lake Superior, which I suggest you do not go on Lake Superior unless you go to Keweenaw Adventure Company. We're actually working out some group discounts for sea kayaking out on Lake Superior.
Really?
And they do, the shuttles where they'll take you up and you can mountain bike down the hill, which is the complete opposite of how I started mountain biking there. And also the Keweenaw Mountain Lodge, they are a sponsor. They have free guided hikes and guided mountain biking. So there's so much to do. Yeah. So much to do there. One thing I got to stress to everybody, come into core though, if you haven't been before, there is absolutely no cell service in Copper Harbor.
No.
Right.
None. If you want to use your phone, though, last year, the Keweenaw Mountain Lodge folks said, please come up to the lodge. We have free Wi-Fi. And you can use it. And then at that point, try one of their sandwiches or their coffees.
Sure.
They're absolutely
support them in any way. Yeah.
They have really good.
Is that where the golf?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that
forget
big
what
wall.
it was.
Yes,
It's all walled off.
that
or
is
something?
where the golf course is.
The golf
Yep.
course. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Okay, so we passed that on the way in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Crazy. Now, is there a van thing? Like there's a Jeep thing? You know how people get you get like a rubber duck and they put like a duck on a Jeep or something like that. Is there like a van thing that
Yeah.
people do? What did they do?
You
Besides
leave,
write free candy
you
on
leave a
it.
candy bar.
No, is that true?
No, I don't. I
No,
don't. I don't know if there's a van thing, but I'll tell you what, if I see a 4-wheel drive van or a lifted van or a van outfitted with overland stuff, I am waving like an idiot. Yeah. So I don't know. But there's no like,
right.
yeah.
That's interesting. That's funny stuff. I mean, it is true. I do notice more overland vehicles now. I go, oh, that got a lift, or hey, that's cool. That's a cool roof rack, or like I'll notice stuff now. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Once you
So
have
what
it,
did Dan
you
say?
see it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Oh,
So Dan
yeah.
just said, oh, what's this? Oh,
What?
no, wait,
This
go
one?
back. I
Oh,
want to
this
go
one?
back. This one here.
That one.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Yeah.
used to be a Jeep people. Oh,
So tell
I
us,
got to talk about this. This is so cool.
Yeah. it is important. Thanks, Dan.
Yep, Eric and Brandy from the Gear Bunker. Go check out the Gear Bunker website. They have some cool stuff. They have lots and lots of gear reviews. But Brandy and Eric last year said, hey, would you guys be interested in like us hosting a used gear sale? Or, so people brought their gear, I saw, what did I see? There was paddle boards and bikes and
Like a swap meet.
yeah. One of the attendees like had lost weight, so she brought all her outdoor gear that she no longer needed, like her clothes, jackets, and things like that. That was very popular.
So
there
do you
were
have to pre-register?
You can register there. I think last year we did have people pre-register, or Eric sent out a form ahead of time so that people could have it ready when they got there. But you don't have to pre-register.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's really cool. Are they looking for anything specific, you think?
Just really, if you have things that you don't use anymore, backpack or,
Interesting.
a cook set, or
Yeah.
a camp stove, or a pair of boots, or,
Okay.
if anybody wants to donate like a really nice front bumper that would fit a 96 E350 that has a cutout for a winch.
Just saying.
Just saying. Bring it to the gear swap.
Right. Are you going to like send a notice out then, like a reminder about that, or a hey, this is happening?
Yeah.
So,
There will be. We just had an email go out, and as it comes nearer, we'll send a few more out with news and stuff about the discount program at Keweenaw Adventure Company and stuff like that.
Okay, that's really, really, really cool. That's awesome. Okay,
yeah, that was a hit.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. Like what we don't need, you might need, or vice versa, or whatever. And yeah, I like that a lot for sure. Do you wear earplugs when you're sleeping at night in the van close together?
No.
I probably should start.
Yeah, I should start too.
Yeah, you. I did say, don't ever record me because he's like, you snore. I'm like, I don't snore. Are you nuts? I'm like, no.
Ask your mom.
Yeah, I know. So the other thing that you said earlier to ask my mother, get out of here. You had said earlier was that you had a love of photography, right? So we had met Sarah, right, who was like crazy amazing photographer. Like she's just out of this world. So when you're at a place and you're taking photographs and is that what you're basing like the magazine on now? Do you know what I'm saying? So if you're like taking a photograph of these like amazing spring flowers, you're like, hey, we should have an article on spring flowers. Like it's your hobby that you love. Like photography is your hobby, right?
Yeah. Maybe I gravitate towards things that are like what I take pictures of, but I don't. I know people. I ask people all the time, like, we would like content. Please submit content. We're always looking for that. And a lot of people just like, oh yeah, I've got this, this, and this. And then some people say, well, what are you looking for? And I'm like, I don't feel like I would want to direct what you would do. Mm-hmm. But then I'd be like, well, a trip report or something, a year, something that you have that you love or something about your vehicle. Right. My friend Lisa, he'll be like, okay, I just went on this trip and I had this happen and this happen. And I think I'm going to split it up into 2 articles. What do you think? And I'm like, that sounds great.
Wow.
Whatever you want to do. I mean, obviously we can't publish everything that comes in.
Clearly,
and something we would publish later. But I don't want it to be so much an extension of me as I want it to be a reflection of the community.
Exactly.
Right. I agree. So Chad, do you bring any hobbies with you? Like when you're out overlanding? So like, Cindy loves to photograph. Do you bring anything with you? You play guitar?
Not really.
Do you? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
He does play guitar. Okay, so like he plays guitar,
right?
Bass, and electric guitar, and he's fronted a punk rock band.
Sweet.
Woo!
But we listen to music, but he never brings it up.
Okay.
So I am his hobby.
Right.
There you go. That's a good hobby to have. Well invested. I love that. That's really cool. Now, what about, do you guys play games when you're by yourself, sitting in the van in the rain? No.
No, we smooch and love on puppies.
Oh.
This is Daisy. Daisy, look at the camera.
Who's that puppy? Hi.
We know that.
I know. They're good. They're and I read that you were just they're doing, you said, really well off leash now.
Oh man, yes. They are doing really well. I think this one would take off. She's got Beagle in her and Terrier.
Go.
But she's really good listening. She'll come back. She likes to explore. She's still a little, not nervous, but wary of people. Our older dog, Libby, she was a feral rescue, and it's taken her many years to come around, but she's awesome. She loves people now. She'll go up. If you're sitting in your chair, in your camp chair on the fire, and you call her over, she'll come up and like hip check you and want pets.
Right,
rub against you. Yeah, and then she's doing really well off leash too.
Yeah.
So
they're coming along well.
That is so good.
Awesome.
I used to bring like something to read with in case we get stuck in the van, like in the rain or something like that. Make sure I have my tablet, Kindle, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. I mean, you can only look at each other for so long.
Right. And then the old phone-a-roo if you're in an area, if you have service.
Right. That's true too.
We have Yahtzee.
We do love Yahtzee for sure. Bless you. Do you have specific chores that you guys do? When you get to camp, you're there at camp. Like who does what? Who sets stuff up? Who gets organized? Or is it a together thing? Or is it a free-for-all?
Yeah, it's a team effort.
We get everything set up, and we work together.
I'm too short to do the awning on the van by myself anymore. So
I help.
How tall is the awning? You're tall. You're like me.
Well, the van is lifted 4 inches.
Oh,
and
right.
we had to get it above the top of the doors so that the doors could still open.
Okay.
And I don't, it's the ARB screen room tent. And it is, when you open it up and attach the awning room, if it was any taller, the room wouldn't work.
Okay.
Like 1 inch. It's perfect.
That's awesome. Like, are you on your tippy toes kind of thing, like putting it up or something?
No,
I am for sure. Yeah.
I like that.
The step ladders for the dogs. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Have you oh, here you go.
Here's a question. Are there any plans to have multiple campers per site since core is sold out so fast?
I'm not sure I understand that question.
I understand that question. We may do a little bit of that this year.
Okay.
Just because we realized last year that some of the sites were a little bit big, and there were people that would come in, they were like, hey, in fact, I had a guy come back to the check-in and say, you know, this campsite's really big. Do you want to send somebody else over? And so we did,
that's nice.
you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's more.
Are you going to do we get asked if we want to buddy up with somebody or ahead of time, or how do you assign this?
Actually, I don't know if you saw
put in the corner.
Right.
You are, but no. We sent out a little survey and asked people if I see that when I'm going through it over the next couple of weeks. I will contact you and say, hey, Colleen, you said that you would be willing to share a campsite with a friend. Do you have a friend in mind? Do they have a core ticket? And you'll say, yeah, it's, our friends from Blue Water Overland. And I'll say, great. I also look at what you said was your camp setup and be able to find you a campsite that'll fit you both comfortably and leave room for, because that's the problem we have. Like, you could roll in with your Subaru and go to site 23, just for example, and you take the last big giant site for the global expedition vehicle when there's all sorts of other smaller ones left. So what I'm going to do is go back up there, and I did this for last year, but I'm going to fine tune my map. And this is great. Use Gaia and drop a pin and put the information in, and then I'm going to get that all over to Mandy, and she's going to make a map that has, sites 1, 2, 3, site 3B, so people can go right check in and see where they're supposed to go to that site and be able to see where it is on the map.
That's awesome.
So
what are you most excited about this year at Core?
The fire. That was for you, Austin. I'm just excited to I just love watching all of the rigs roll in during registration. That's pretty exciting. Yeah. I love the, sitting around that big campfire. I love that. I just love people, having fun. I hear an echo. That's not me. I don't know. I just love just getting together and just knowing that everybody's having a good time. If they're not, I'm like stupid.
No.
You've most likely connected with a ton of people over the years. So it's like a big reunion almost.
I was just going to say that. It's like a big family reunion because the same people must come every year.
Well, a lot of them do. But every year there's a whole bunch of new people. And then, every year, there are a few people that have come to every one, which is super awesome. But I wouldn't say a large majority of them have come to every one. But the people that have, you're my people. Thank you so much for sticking with this. And
it's just
That's
get
awesome.
better. And
yeah, this year we are working on getting music a different act each night. We are having Bob. Bob was hanging with like-minded people is a lot of fun. But Bob Hiltonen played for us 2 nights last year. People really enjoyed that, so we want him back. He will be playing Saturday night, and then I'm working on a couple of other ones. Yeah, I just think adding the music was fun because we do it like around the happy hour, right between like the clinics and the gathering at night. I hope everybody enjoyed that. You didn't ask me what I'm least looking forward to at Core, though.
Okay.
That was next, but seeing you've already.
What is it?
I hate speaking in public. I absolutely am terrible at it. Yeah, I just hate it. I mean, even this is kind of awkward for me.
What?
My vibe is around a campfire.
Okay.
With a little camp juice.
With a little camp juice.
Oh, we can transition to that question. What's your favorite camp juice?
My favorite camp juice is probably Scotch.
That's pretty good.
He's been doing like combinations.
Right. Whiskey and Sundrop.
What is Sundrop? That sounds fancy.
It's like it's a soda. It's kind of like Mountain Dew, but a little bit less like battery acid tasting.
It's a Wisconsin soda.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Okay, interesting. Well, then maybe that's what you need.
Yeah, he was doing whiskey and root beer for a minute.
That's good.
Okay. I thought you were drinking stuff with cranberry juice when we were up north. Maybe I was wrong.
Do we have cranberry?
That could have been somebody else.
I know we had some of Sarah's delicious kombucha.
Oh, maybe that's what was going around then. That's true. Well, then that's all you need. You just need a little bit of liquid encouragement, and then you can address your people.
Well,
you'll be good.
Yeah, you'll be on YouTube. Just saying.
Yeah.
No, not happening.
My camera will be rolling.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely. No, I think it's so fun.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
I had one more thing though. It has nothing to do with Core or like even like Northology Adventures. What about animals? You have the 2 puppies and they're so cute. Have you had any animal encounters that you've had to worry about with the dogs?
Not yet.
Not so far.
Oh, good. Because they're like everywhere right now, it seems. Like the bears.
Yeah, I feel like if I see a bear, I'm like super lucky. Like we lived up in the Nicolet National Forest for a year, and I think I saw 1 bear the whole year. Maybe 2. And and we are in a super sparsely populated area. And I've seen wolves there. We had bucks in the front yard, lots of deer. The one thing I'm terrified of is porcupines.
Really?
Oh,
for the dogs.
Personally, for the dogs,
For the dogs. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. We were hiking a couple of weeks ago. No, maybe a couple of months ago. And I was like, there was like a tree. I mean, you could see where it's kind of all hollowed out. And like, there was probably, I don't know, like a 4-foot diameter of like porcupine poop. It was crazy. Like I don't know how many lived in there, but it was like wild. It was crazy. Do you have, what about ticks for the dogs and stuff like that this year? Have you been okay with that?
Yeah, I found one on Libby's harness, and I found one on Daisy, but they have that collar that's supposed to repel them.
Okay.
And we haven't. And that's what's weird. Like people are like, oh, it's a terrible year for ticks. And we've been out a lot and have only had like a couple. Like not, I don't know. There's been terrible.
I find one or two almost every trip,
Yeah.
but it's not
Okay.
terrible.
There's-
It's kind of what I would expect, spending
Yeah.
a
You
few
would
days in the
expect it.
woods. you
It
know.
has been bad.
Yeah.
The thing that's been terrible are the no-see-ums. Like they must like me,
Oh.
especially. And I get
Okay.
They don't bother me.
yeah, they don't bother him, but I get terrible welts, and they last for
They
2
love
weeks.
you.
Oof.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks at all. That's crazy. What would you like to say in our little oh, what do you got? You got a puppy? Bring him up.
yeah. She's whining about something. Come here, baby. Come here.
Yeah. She's like, I want my mom. My dad's in the middle.
There we go.
There you go. Beautiful.
There's Daisy.
That's awesome. So not only are you Northology Adventures, it's also Wisconsin Overland, right? And
Yes,
Core. Right? So
Yes.
can everybody follow those 3 things on Instagram?
Yes.
Definitely.
Northology Adventures, core.up, and then Wisconsin Overland. And again, with Wisconsin Overland, I am one of a couple few admins. So
Oh, okay. So it's not always you that's
say-
That's on the Facebook page, right?
Or
both the
Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they can check you out there.
Very cool.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we're excited to get to know you and hang with you back in March. But yeah.
And next weekend.
And yeah, we're gonna see you next weekend.
Oh, that's
I
right.
forgot about that.
Oh, tell everybody about that.
Yeah, rock cut.
Right. Oh, actually, our level is coming to rock
July.
cut. Oh, you froze.
I might be videoing.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. No, it's going to be fun. So there, our level just said, looking forward to meeting you. Oh, that's cool. And Wanderlust. Oh,
Yeah, there's some they're friends of ours, Pete and Lisa. They'll be
nice.
coming down with us on. Well, I don't know
Oh,
if we're driving down Friday or Saturday.
Pay them? Did you pay them to say that last part?
No,
Well, we're looking forward to meeting you too.
they're so nice. We're actually
Wait,
they live about a half an hour north of us, and so we're gonna do a trip with them in 2 weeks. I think it is
the week after next weekend.
Yeah, so we're gonna go and do a bit of a run and some overnight camping, and I'm excited.
Nice.
And they're Jeep people. Yeah,
they're Jeep people.
they're Jeep
Nice.
people. So
Good people. Yeah. So are you guys going to bring like kayaks or bikes to Rock Cut next weekend?
well, we
Probably,
might. Do you want to?
I don't
Our
know.
kayaks?
Probably not.
No, you don't want to bring our kayaks.
Yeah, we'll just day hike or something like that.
or whatever. Are you bringing your paddle boards? Your paddle boards?
I will be bringing a paddleboard and a kayak and probably a couple of bikes. There's like a loop around the lake if you want to ride your bike around the lake.
Okay.
And then there's like paved paths and stuff, and there's regular walking paths and stuff, or hiking.
Yeah, there's plenty to do up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was looking at the what they had to offer. I mean, it's a nice little loop. Like you said, you can bike or hike, and then I think you had some specials going on for people who want to rent kayaks or something, I believe.
I have to talk about that. Yeah. Actually, what Rocktown Adventures is like a local outfitting store here for paddling and kayak fishing and things like that. They just took ownership of the concessions out at Rock Cut State Park, and I'm super excited about that. They donated 2 kayak rentals for us to do a drawing for that. So you'll be able to, whoever wins, can go over, because we'll be at Olson Lake, which is the smaller swimming lake, for the meetup between 9 and noon. Hey, Jackie. And then after that, you can go over to Pierce Lake, which is on the west side of the park, and that's where they have the rentals. They have ice creams there. They have burgers and stuff in their Lone Rock Cafe. There's a camp store in the actual campground. So congratulations, Kevin, and everybody for making that transition over there and adding Rock Cut to your repertoire, as
that's
so to speak.
awesome.
But yeah. And thanks again for donating the kayaking.
Definitely.
That's really great. That's really great.
That's very cool.
It is really cool. What are your plans for this weekend, for the long weekend?
Well, we are meeting a couple of kids from the west side of Wisconsin, Cody and Alex, from Northwoods Overland Adventures.
Northwoods, yeah.
They, I believe, are friends with a friend of mine named Lance, and also our cover boy. I'm sorry, Ben Wickland,
right?
who's cover of the latest magazine.
Yeah,
we're going to do a little thing and kind of escape people for a little bit. I also have an interesting business meeting this weekend that I can't tell anybody anything
diabolical.
but yeah, there's cool things happening this weekend.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That is really, really sweet. We're just going to lay low. We're going to a friend's cottage. Not going to film anything. We're just going to lay on the beach, fish, and drink beer.
Where at? In Michigan then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just a couple hours north.
Nice.
Yeah. It's going to be really good.
Yep. We head up in the morning.
Well, since you guys came to see us this next weekend, we'll have to come over to the Lower Peninsula. I've never been to the Lower Peninsula.
Okay.
There's all stuff.
Then let's do it.
Lots to do.
I like this idea.
And now that Mandy and Taylor and Jack are living over there, and I have friends over there,
you do.
I'd like to go. Well, did Jeremy ask you to say that?
Yeah, Jeremy's about what, an hour south of us?
He's an hour west.
Oh, west. What did I say? South. Yeah, west.
He's southwest.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then my friend Asa, and I have a friend Samantha over there. I'm sure I have lots more friends that I forget that live in the Lower Peninsula.
Well, we can plan for like a little meetup get together. That'd be fun.
Ooh, I feel like that would be like, Wonder Triple Powers.
Yep. Let's do it. Mm-hmm.
That sounds great.
I think so too. Very, very cool. You guys have been fun. You're so easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Come on.
You're not camera shy.
You are too. Well, I mean, you guys are easy to talk to as well.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
You know.
All right. Well, I'll just be in the crowd every time. Say, I'm here, and you can talk.
All right, there we go. Oh, Bonnie's there. It'll be fine.
Oh, right, no problem. That's hilarious. And then we get to send you our little Mickwicks too.
I'm so excited about that. Yeah. Because I actually talked to Patrick.
Good.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
Very good. I think that it might be something that could go in a goodie bag for a certain event. Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be awesome.
We're working it up.
Good. He's amazing. I love that we're connected with them. Like they're so cool.
Yeah, and the stuff really works.
Like it's the bomb. Like I'm not lying. It's amazing.
Well, and to have them in the goodie bags at Core would be so appropriate. Hello.
Yep. No, for sure. No, I think that's awesome. So we're gonna send you one of those, which is fun.
Oh,
yeah. So you get your own, or we'll bring it next weekend. Whatever.
Actually, you know what? We'll save on postage.
We'll bring it
next weekend.
Yeah. Well, do that. Bring it next weekend because we're not going to have. We're not going to get it in time for this weekend. So bring it with.
Yeah.
We'll bring it. Okay, good idea.
That's an easy no-brainer.
Very good. Yeah. Well, awesome. You guys are in fun. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are too. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. I'm glad you got to share everything. We got to learn more. And we just got, I think, more excited.
Just got through the crust. I didn't think there's a lot more to go, but
we always said that we were like, okay, we'll do like a 1 hour show.
No
It'll be kind of fun. No.
I know. We're almost a minute 40.
I know. Our record.
Oh, yeah, and we didn't even talk about whitewater rafting.
Nothing. I know, right? It's on the list. Like it's crazy. I know.
We'll do a part 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
absolutely.
That's no problem.
I know. Oh, that's funny. Keel Quest delivery. That's hilarious. So, Yeah, our record is 7 hours. That's our longest live stream.
Well, there was a lot of camp juice involved that night.
That was crazy. I mean, it was like a lot of people were involved. It was kind of fun for sure, but it was kind of crazy. So stick around.
Stick around.
So John's going to put you down below.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. Thanks for sharing everything. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's super, super awesome. And
it's been a pleasure.
It has been and I got to learn more. Like, I like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. More is more.
More is more. Yes.
All right, you guys. Hang on for a second.
Thank you. Yeah. I love it. That was fun.
That was awesome. What are you talking about?
First of all, I just love meeting new people, even though we already met them, but I'd like to revisit them again. Like, I just
revisit them.
Can you say that?
No,
I don't know. Maybe it's not revisiting. Maybe that's not the right thing. I don't know.
It's a great friend.
Anyway, so that was awesome. Sydney, Chad, you guys rock, obviously.
Mm-hmm. They do.
A
lot
of amazing stuff.
I can't say a lot.
A lot times 1,000 million.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And to bring some awesome stuff to the forefront. I think that was really, really great too. And we want to say thanks to everybody in the chat tonight.
Yes.
It was nice and interactive.
Totally.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. It was nice to have people in here who has either experienced a Northology adventure, right? Mm-hmm. Or is going to, which is kind of fun. So we've got our levels doing that. So
next weekend.
Yeah.
Road trip.
That's right. We're going to have a road trip next weekend. We want to thank Mickwick again, right?
Absolutely. Thank you, Patrick and
Patrick and team, you are amazing. And then the other is, we want you. Are you a backcountry couple? Do you know a backcountry couple? Do you paddle? Do you trek? Do you camp? Do you overland? Do you do any of that fun outdoor stuff together? It's
through rain, sleet, snow.
Are you a postman? What was that?
Oh, I can't say postman. No.
A post person?
Post person.
I don't know. Anyways, so if you are interested in coming on the show, and it's just,
or know of anybody,
and we're just looking for outdoor people, and we have had a lot of really fun people interested in and are booked in the show, which is great. So shoot us an email. John just put it up there, which is awesome. If you connect with us on Instagram, just DM us, right?
Yep.
We are going to be Thursdays at 7 Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
And
approximately 1 hour.
Approximately 1 hour show. So if you have to plan for that, but that's what we got going on there, right? But I thought it was really good. That was episode 3. We have 3 in the books, and everybody has been amazing and diverse and fun. And we've had technical difficulties each time, but
what?
Who cares?
We haven't had any technical difficulties. Everything went nice and smooth. What are you talking about?
It was the backstage stuff they didn't see. It's all good.
They don't need to know that.
I know. Happy Canada Day, everybody. All right.
Go Sens.
Yeah, he's sporting the hockey stuff.
Even though the Habs lost again last night 3-1, so they're down 2-0 in the series.
Right. So join us next Thursday, 7 Eastern Standard Time. Here, YouTube, subscribe, fun stuff. Thank you so much.
See you all in the next quest.
Cheers, guys.